Adelson. I'm the editor of the Laguna Beach Independent. I'm here with Steve Dictorow. He's a challenger for City Council. He's running for the November election. Steve, tell me a little bit about your life and what brings you to this place where you want this all-consuming job of City Council. You've been there before, so why do you want it again?
Well, first let me start by saying thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Independent. Thank you, Mr. Simon, for doing this. I think this is a really good way for each of the candidates to be able to express themselves, and people at home at their leisure can look this up and make comparisons. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. I came out to California when I went to law school at USC, and after law school I moved to Laguna Beach 3 years later, and I've been here for about 30 years now. And virtually the entire time I've been in Laguna Beach, I've been actively involved in community activities. And it's just something I was brought up to be brought up to believe that it's important in a democracy for people to be involved. I did serve on the council for 12 years from 1994 to 2006, and frankly I thought I'd really given a lot of my time and myself to the community, and I thought that was probably going to be the last I would try to do on the City Council. Over the course of the last approximately 18 months, I've been approached by an incredible number of groups and individuals who have really asked me and almost begged me to try to get back onto the City Council. And I can say very candidly and honestly, I really enjoyed serving on the City Council. I love doing that. And I thought that most people gave me feedback saying that I was a very good council member. And so when you combine something you really enjoy doing with something that people tell you you do well, that also has the effect of making people's lives better, I think you'd be crazy not to do it.
So if elected, what issues would you champion and how would you achieve them?
Okay, I think there are global issues that are going on in town, and then there are the day-to-day specific issues. I'm a really boring guy. I'm the boring candidate. My opponents, and I know them all well, and we've all known each other for probably over 20 years, and they're all good people, and they take much sexier kinds of issues than I do. I'm a really simple kind of guy. I care about public safety. I care about fiscal responsibility and infrastructure. I care about the success of the businesses in town. I care about the arts community. I'm on the board of directors, for example, of the Festival of Arts. And I care about our kids and having more programs for them. So on a day-to-day specific basis, those are my priorities.
So what do you think our City Council can do better?
You know, it's a tricky kind of question, because I don't want to be sitting here and criticizing council members or the things that they're doing. What I would say is that from my perspective, they have not focused on the core issues I described earlier in terms of public safety, fiscal responsibility, infrastructure, the kids, businesses, and the arts community. And so I would say I would want to refocus on that. And I also want to have that long-range vision and take care of these kind of problems. So when you say, what can they do better, it's not so much that I think that on any individual matter per se they've not done a good job. Mm-hmm. I just want to push the emphasis towards the areas that I've been describing.
What are the skills necessary to do this job, and do you possess them? Well,
obviously I think I do, and obviously many other people think I do, or I would not have gotten elected 3 times in the past or have been urged to run again. So I do think I have those skills, and what I see as really important are a whole range of kind of skills that are necessary. First of all, I think you have to have the time in order to be able to do this job right. It takes anywhere from 20 to 40 hours a week. I am at a stage of life where I don't work for other people anymore. I have total control over my calendar. In fact, much of the businesses that I am involved with require me to be in Orange County 7 days a week. So I am here, I have the time, and fortunately, I'm blessed, I have the physical energy to be able to do it. I think that's absolutely critical. If you have people on the council who are tired, worn out, don't have the time to be there, spend a certain percentage of every week outside of the city, I think that's problematic for somebody to serve well on the City Council.
Is there something that you can share with us, with voters, that perhaps isn't on your campaign literature? Something that's revealing about your character and yourself?
Yeah, and I don't know that this is, you know, obviously, when you're campaigning, you're saying things that are ultimately self-serving. And obviously, you're trying to say things that will persuade people to vote for you. And I'm not quite sure that what I'm about to say fits into those categories. But, I grew up in a tough area in Brooklyn, New York. And as you know, I'm pretty small. And so you can get picked on a lot when you're that size. And so I was in a lot of fights, and all through the rest of my youth and adulthood, including till now, I've been involved in martial arts. And martial arts has taught me a lot of things. It's taught me not to be afraid. It's taught me how to fight back. It's taught me how to get knocked down and get back up and keep on fighting. And I think that those characteristics are something that are fairly obvious about me for anybody who knows me well, but I think that for the voters, I think that's actually a very good thing. I think that they have somebody who has been through rough periods, both physically and otherwise, fights back, and I will always fight for the residents and citizens of Laguna Beach.
Well, I think you've got a fighting chance.
Thank you, Andrea.
All right, good luck with your campaign.
I sure appreciated this opportunity. Thanks
Sure,
a lot.
thanks for being here.